Hi guys, it's Kim and welcome back to my channel, Lady. Today I have a super quick and easy DIY. So this little candle has been popping up all over my Instagram feed and all of my favorite beauty products, skincare product reviewers, interior design Instagrammers I like to follow. And I was like, I really want to get my hands on one of these. And it's fairly easy to find these on Etsy and other places like that. And they're not even that unreasonably priced. So it's definitely an option to just buy it off of Etsy. But I, with some time on my hands and a bit of a love for crafting, I thought, maybe I should see if I can make that at home. It'll give me a little activity to do. And then I'll have the bubble cube candle. And so I just ordered a few supplies off Amazon. It was a super easy process to buy the materials needed and to make the candle. So the first thing was I needed to find the bubble cube mold. And you do definitely want to pay attention to the measurements of the item you're buying, but this is just a silicone bubble cube. You can type in that phrase and you'll find the little mold. I decided to get the one cube, and that was to make sure that it was a larger size. And so you'll get the 5 sides of the bubble cube and then where you pour in the wax. I guess people also use these to make ice cubes or chocolate desserts or bath bombs. That would be really cool to make a bath bomb out of this. So I feel like that would be difficult to get out of, but this would be perfect for the candle making. And then next I also bought a candle making kit. Something you should also check your measurements on, because I bought this huge thing that came with 10 pounds of wax. And that would have been easy for me to tell if I had fully read and let that sink in, that I was buying 10 pounds of wax with 200 candle wicks, that, maybe I wouldn't need all of this. Let me show you how much wax. And I wanted to get a soy wax or some kind of more natural wax blend, but I didn't want to spend a ton of money. I'm not making these for any Etsy shop or anything. It was more just so I could have a bubble cube candle for my Instagram pictures, which the bubble cube candle has been featured definitely a lot on my Instagram. You can find links to my Instagram below, and it's at kdelvy if you want to see the bubble cube in action. But so yeah, I have all of this wax. It also came with all of the wicks, and these are really long, but that's very nice. And it came with some stickers and a way to keep the wax level, but that's a little tricky with this bubble cube method, as I will show you. So one thing you may have noticed is that the bubble cube mold, if you want the bubbles on top, which I'm sure you do, you could just make it directly this way and sit your wax stick inside, and then you would just have a flat top candle. But the thing about the bubble cube candle being so cute is that you get the top impressions. So I was thinking about this way too hard for my own liking, about how do you get the wax? Do you just trim it already and put it in and make sure? No, simply enough, you can use a sharp object. I think I used a mini screwdriver, and you poke a hole right in the middle. So now this means you can't use this mold for ice or anything purely liquid, but it works really well to stick the candle wick right through. And it doesn't let any wax leak out, though I do usually lay down a sheet of aluminum foil, or you could use one of those silicone baking trays just to guarantee you're not spilling it, but nothing has come out when I made them. And then you can easily pour your wax this way so that this is the bottom, and then all sides that are visible will have the little bubble cube. Yeah, some other tips it gives a little handy guide in this box, which is nice. For wax, you want to use about twice the volume of whatever container you're trying to fill. So I just roughly measure the wax chips into this and pour those into glass measuring cup in a pot of boiling water, a double boiler. And that system works really well. It takes a little bit for it to start melting, and then it's pretty simple to heat up all the wax. And then you can also make these a little more fun by adding candle dyes and fragrances. So I didn't buy any candle dyes, and so all of mine I've just been making the ivory. And then for scents, I also didn't buy any candle scents. I just decided to use some essential oils that I hadn't been diffusing. I decided to use in here. So I've been using like my sandalwood essential oil. It smells so good. I've also been using eucalyptus. And also the soy wax has like a kind of like creamy scent to begin with. So that works out actually pretty well for like a basic little candle. And I just add my fragrance oils after I have melted all of the wax down. I add about a tablespoon, maybe a little more, of the essential oil, and then I make sure I stir that completely. That's important, especially if you're using an essential oil that has a carrier oil already in it. So I had a vanilla oil that I wanted to try to make a candle with, and I did not mix the vanilla was already in like a sunflower oil, and I didn't mix it properly enough where it all pooled at the bottom of the bubbles, and so it didn't turn out exactly right. So make sure and I do that whenever the stove is turned off, and so everything's still warm in the double boiler, but I'm not adding additional heat that could scorch the oils. And so then you pour it in your mold, and then you do have to try to find a way to balance the wick. And so I use, the set came with 2 metal things that you usually use with the wick on top, but I just kind of like tucked them in here. It's definitely not perfect, and I'm sure you could do it a lot better. And if you wanted to like professionally do this and sell these products, you would want to do it. I'm just using it for my own personal self, so I don't care if they're a little imperfect on the bottom or not completely even. I also find that it's easier to go a little under rather than trying to go over. They look a little better even if the bottom cube isn't perfectly worked out. And yeah, I think those are all my tips and how I have gone about making a bubble cube candle. I think they're so cute. I love putting them on little stands and little like coasters, because my wax is a little waxy, so it'll leave a little bit of a wax residue, so I like leaving it on these, and it's so cute. I also wouldn't completely recommend burning these. You can burn them for a little, but I burnt that vanilla candle that kind of went awry, and eventually the wax, as it burns down, it can pool between the cubes and then start leaking. So you can light them maybe if you put them on a tray, but it will end up like the wax leaking through a bubble. Yeah, through one of the bubbles, wax will come leaking through. And yeah, so now I have 10 pounds of candle wax and I've already made 5 bubble cube candles. I might start just giving them to friends and family members, and maybe I'll use like the rest of the wax to fill some more like glass candle containers. It is kind of fun and relaxing to stir the wax and make a little product and do a little craft project. And so I hope if you're interested in doing it that you can like find the supplies, or that any of my tips help in making a bubble cube candle for yourself. Let me know down below if you end up making it, and I will see you next time. Tag me on Instagram if you end up making a bubble cube candle. I would really love to see it. I love seeing how everyone styles the bubble cube, where you have it like a little bit in the corner with some jewelry and skincare, or right like front and center. So yeah, tag me if you end up making this, and I will see you next time.